The Viltrox 75mm f1.2 Pro lens for Sony aps-c. This lens right here is what I'm going to be talking about in today's video, and it's a bit of a special video because this is my first lens review, so hopefully I give you guys all the information about this lens that you need, and hopefully you enjoy this video overall. This lens is one that has been out for a while, but for other brands, Nikon Z mount, Fuji, maybe Leica I think I saw, but now it's finally here for Sony aps-c, and it is a crop sensor lens, but I did use it for my Sony full frame, specifically my a7R III. So that's what I'm going to be showing you guys throughout this video, images taken with that a7R III. And at the end of the video, I will show you guys a full photo shoot that I did with the images, showing up in the video as well, from my first photo shoot with this lens. So hopefully you guys enjoy that as well. Two quick things that I want to get out of the way before continuing with this video is that Viltrox actually sent me this lens, but they have no input about what I was going to say about the lens in this video. Everything I say about the lens is my complete and honest opinion. And another thing is that this video is actually sponsored by Adorama. Adorama is an industry-leading retailer that has been serving photography, videography, and audio customers for almost 50 years now. Their motto is everyone is a creator, and they do their best to unleash that creator within us all by providing us with the tools and expertise necessary to get the job done. I personally shop at Adorama for both the great deals on products I use and recommend, but also the great customer service on those products as well. If you find yourself interested in any product that I talk about in today's video, check out the links that are going to be in the description area below, and be sure to use those links if you decide to order. The lens comes in this box right here, which includes the lens itself, a carrying case for the lens, which does remind me of Canon because of the gray and the black part on the bottom. And it also comes with a manual that you guys can see right here, a warranty card, and a little silica gel as always for packages. This trio right here are the plastic guys that come with the lens. The plastic lens hood that is shaped in a flower petal design. That's this guy right here. The rear and front lens cap, which are these two guys right here. When it comes to the build quality of this lens, it does feel very pro, like the name on the side of the lens shows there. And the reason for the pro feeling, in my opinion, is because it's made out of an all metal design, and there is a good amount of glass. Remember, it is a 75 f1.2 lens, so you have that glass there contributing to the weight, which is going to be 670 grams. If you are going to be using this lens on a full frame camera, then that's going to be an equivalent of 112.5mm 1.8 lens. Here is the back of the lens, where you guys can see the electronic contacts right there that give the XF data for your images. You do have the USB-C port right there for firmware updates, and you also have the weather sealing gasket. That's the orange ring that goes throughout the back of the lens right there. Here is the front of the lens, which shows you a little bit of information about the lens itself. The fact that it is a 77mm filter thread. It does have a close focusing distance, a minimum focusing distance of 2.89 feet, which just means that you won't be able to get really close to the subject. You will have to have a little bit of distance. The lens also said STM, which refers to the autofocusing motor, which means that it is going to be pretty quick, but also pretty silent. And the last thing that it said is ED, which refers to the 3 layers of extra low dispersion elements, which help greatly reduce color fringing and chromatic aberration, which I will show you guys in a little bit with the image examples that I've taken with this lens. On the side of the lens, there is a very well dampened manual focusing ring that is very, very smooth. In case you guys want to do any sort of focus pulling, you can do it very nicely with this focusing ring. When it comes to the aperture ring right here, you can leave it to be clicky like this. So if you want to know if you're adjusting the aperture, you can see that it does have these little bit of jumps to every different kind of increment in aperture. But if you want it to be less clicky, you want it to be very smooth in adjusting the aperture, you can change it so it can be very smooth by clicking that switch right there, and then you will be able to smoothly adjust the aperture. And on this side of the lens, you have the autofocus manual focus switch right there, as well as a focus hold button right there. What I'm going to show you guys now is just a couple of different image examples to really show you guys some of the features that this lens has. For this image right here, I just wanted to show you guys just how dramatic the depth of field becomes from just like, I think like 3 feet maybe. That palm tree on the right side is just like 3 feet behind this column that I took a picture of, and you can see just how buttery and bokeh filled that palm tree became. For this image, I just wanted to show just how non-existent the distortion is on this lens. It's practically non-existent. If anything, it's like 0.00% or something of distortion. This image here that is completely unedited shows my cat Tails. I did let him out so he can have a little bit of fun, and I decided to try to take some pictures of him. And it was a challenge, but I did take this photo, and I was happy with how it was because the eye is in focus. In this image, I wanted to take a picture of this clock in my home at a little bit of an angle to see if there's any sort of chromatic aberration, longitudinal chromatic aberration. And I'm happy to report that even when it becomes slowly out of focus here on the left, and it becomes more in focus on the right side, that you don't really see any sort of chromatic aberration in this image. When it comes to these two images on the screen, I wanted to show you something that I thought was really interesting. The image on the right was taken on my Sony a7R III in crop factor mode, so it is a little bit zoomed in to kind of eliminate any sort of vignetting that the lens would give you. And on the left, this picture is actually taken in regular kind of full frame mode, so you were able to see all the vignetting from the lens, and I actually just cropped it so that the vignette was not in the image. And what resulted is that I actually got a little bit more of the image of the grill in the frame of the shot. So my whole point here is that if you do want to get a little bit more of the image with this lens, the 75 1.2, then you might be able to get that extra bit of image by just manually cropping your image instead of just relying on the crop factor mode. These next set of images are to show you guys the bokeh. So I did start at f1.2 and then I just kind of stopped down my aperture little by little. But as you can see, as you stop down the aperture, I think at f2.8 actually, which is going to be right here, you can see that the bokeh does become more circular. In the f1.2, which is going to be right here, there is a little bit of like cat eye, not necessarily cat eye, but more oval shaped bokeh. And then once you stop down to f1.4, you can see that it becomes a little bit more circular. f2.0 becomes even more circular. And then f2.8 is just kind of the most circular bokeh that I would probably use with a wider aperture like 2.8. I usually prefer f1.2, but if I was really aiming for a circular kind of bokeh that isn't too stopped down, then I'd probably stick to f2.8. For this image of my Blue Yeti mic, I wanted to see how this lens handles chromatic aberration. And although you can see a little bit of color throughout the top of the lens or the top of the mic here, honestly, this lens handled it very, very well. So there is a little bit of color here, but I have seen some very horrible chromatic aberration in other lenses that I've used in the past that were third party. And for these last set of images, I just wanted to show you how the lens handles vignetting. So I'm just gonna start off at f1.2 and then progress. And I think at f2.2 to f2.8 is where the vignetting is pretty much gone. But I am gonna continue to f3.2, f3.5, and so on and so forth, all the way up to f8 right here. Although I did want to use this lens primarily for portraits, in case you guys were wondering about the flaring that this lens has, you can see a little bit of an example on the screen right now that shows you guys just an example of how the flaring is on this lens. But of course you will want to use a lens hood to help reduce the ghosting and any sort of flaring. If you're wondering about sharpness and worried that this lens isn't going to be sharp, then I can tell you right now that that is not an issue at all whatsoever. At 1.2 aperture, it's very, very sharp in the center, and then as you kind of go towards the edges, it's pretty sharp, but it gets really, really tack sharp around f2.8. Sharpness is something that I'm not worried about at all when it comes to this lens. If I had to state any sort of cons for this lens, it would probably be just for video users, because one issue that you can experience is focus breathing, and another issue that you might experience is a little bit of noise when you do very quick autofocus changes with your video. And one fix that I did see online is that if you want to eliminate that noise with the autofocus, just change the video on your camera to do very slow kind of transitions in autofocus, and that'll eliminate the noise issue. But those were the issues for video. For photo, I didn't really experience any sort of issues. If I had to really think about it, I think maybe it struggled a tiny bit when it came to strong backlighting, but that's pretty much it. The Viltrox 75 f1.2 for Sony aps-c cameras retails for $550, actually $549, but I have seen it on sale for $50 less, so depending on whenever you're seeing this video, it might be on sale. I could definitely show you guys a lot of different charts and show you guys image examples, but one thing that is really kind of true to myself is that if I'm gonna review something, I'm gonna go out in the field and use that product in the field. So that's exactly what I'm gonna end this video on, with a behind the scenes look into a photo shoot I did at a ranch with the Viltrox 75 1.2. I want to give one last thanks to Adorama for sponsoring this video, because when they sponsor my stuff, it allows me to keep making free content for you guys, so definitely check them out. The very last thing I want to do is ask you guys to give this video a like right now really quickly. By doing so, you guys will let me know that this video was helpful and educational, and that I should make more reviews. And if you guys didn't find this video helpful at all, then let me know how I can improve my reviews going forward. But that's pretty much it for this review. Hope you guys enjoyed the photos that I took from this photo shoot that you're about to see.
Drunk, I've never seen you clearer than now. We're flying high, floating somewhere up in the clouds. We're going out of ourselves, can you feel it? Almost like I don't know if it's real, cause when we're doing our thing, we're like wheels that won't stop turning. So take me on a trip, trip, trip Now drift, drift, drift. Oh, flick the switch, kill the lights. Oh, wasted. City lights are shining so bright. All these empty faces, we don't care about them tonight. We're going out of ourselves, can you feel it? Almost like I don't know if it's real. Cause when we're doing our thing, where the wheels won't stop turning. I know we're acting stupid, we're being dumb, maybe just a little bit foolish, but I feel so young. Just go a little crazy and lose it. I don't care if we're dumb, it's the only way we know how to do it. You make me feel so young. Oh, 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 so take me on a trip, 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 trip. Oh, flick the switch, kill the lights. I know we're acting stupid.